What's going on, people? You in the lab with ABR Sherelle, man. This little girl's story here, well, she's not a little girl, I'm gonna say a woman now. This woman's story right here was horrible, man. Could you imagine your mother signing her rights away from you? You know, don't want you no more. Could you imagine that, bro? That's some heartfelt mess. I would feel betrayed in just walking away from you, bro. Um, this is terrible. I'm gonna let her cook her story, man, and we'll come back and give my commentary. But some people don't deserve children. Let me just say that. Let's go.
So my mother signed her rights away, which means by the state of law, she was no longer my mom. I was about 9, 10 years old, and I was being abused mentally, physically, and emotionally. I was being called the N-word, I was being thrown in the toilets, I was having broken bones, I was scared to come home from school. My mom was my first bully. Was I relieved when she signed her rights away? No. I remember the day that she signed her rights away. Well, I remember the last day I ever seen my mom. Now it's about 14 years ago. Maybe 17 years ago. She was wearing a red shirt and she had these black pants on and she had a bandana on and she had my little brother in her hand. And she said goodbye to me and everything seemed normal. We were in court. Nothing seemed like different to me, you know what I mean? But I remember I had a court date and they had brought me into the room to discuss what happened at the court date. And all the staff were in the room. I was in a group home. My mom had given me away already at this time, but she hadn't signed her rights away. And my counselor was there. We're all assigned like one staff member. It's like you can just go to whenever you need to, and she was there too. And basically, I go into the room, and they're like, you know, we have some bad news. Your mom signed her rights away. And I'm young, so I don't know what that means. I'm just sitting there like, okay, that's cool. And they're like, no, kind of. Like, you don't think you understand what's happening. And they're like, by the state of law, that means that Sheba is no longer your mother anymore. That she doesn't want you anymore. It means that you can't call her, she can't call you. She can't visit, you can't visit her. You can't write letters, she can't write letters to you. She doesn't want you anymore. She's not your mom. And I was like hurt. I was devastated. I remember me getting up and running into the middle of the road and just falling on the floor and bawling my eyes out in the middle of the road crying. And the staff members had came and they had picked me up off the floor and sorry. Hello? Picked me up off the floor and they had brought me back to my room. And my room there was like a whole bunch of teddy bears on the bed, my favorite snacks, brand new clothes, sneakers, anything to try to cheer me up. But yeah, my mom gave me away because CPS was investigating her and they wanted to take all her kids. So she said it was easier just to give me away and I was one less mouth to feed. So that's why she gave me away.
Man, could you imagine that? Could you imagine that, bro? It's some kids out here that had lived a very, very difficult life. I couldn't even imagine my mom giving me up. She probably wanted to. And my mom watched myself, so she probably shaking her head. But yeah, she always used to threaten us. My mom always used to threaten us. She go call YDC on us, and then me and my brother would be scared. But it's all good. Love you, Mom. But going back to the story, man, some kids have had a terrible life. She talking about she was like 9 or 10, and her mom was her first bully. Was beating her. She had broken bones. She was in the toilet. And she had more kids. So I guess she was going to school with bruises on her. Some people just mean, man. Some people just mean spirited. And how can you be in court? Because she already was, like she said, she was already in the foster care or foster home at that particular time. How can you be in court, sign your rights away in front of your kid, and then say goodbye? And she said she never seen her mom again. You know, I'm going to speak from a parent and I'm going to speak from a child. If that was me as a kid, I'd be fucking devastated. I don't know how I would ever bounce back from that. And I'm sure she had some trauma issues. I hope she got the proper therapy. I hope she continued to go to therapy, because for a parent to just throw you away, and you know you got other siblings, but they gave you away and took the other siblings and walked out of the court. And she said, I can remember what my mom had on that day. And that was like 17 years ago, she said. You imagine that? I couldn't imagine, man. My parents walking, just giving me a man. One less mouth to feed. Let's sacrifice Abel. You the sacrificial lamb, and you looking at like, for real? Y'all gonna do me like this? Man, I'd be on the hunt for them the rest of their life. I really would. But the devil said the tears, I can only imagine her life. She probably ended up in jail a couple times. She probably ended up being suspended from school a couple times. And I hope that's not the case for this. I'm just speculating. But with that type of trauma, that type of nobody want me, yeah, you probably just gonna go off or deep end for a while until you get the proper therapy, or get somebody who truly love on you and nourish you back to health, man, love you back to the status where you need to be. And that's gonna take a hell of a person to love you and spend that time with you and water you and feed into you. That's gonna take a person from the Elohim, man, because it's gonna take time for those healing. And then they ain't gonna trust you at first, so you got to build your trust up with this person. That's a lot. And then speaking from a parent standpoint, first of all, my kids, when they was younger, of course, all kids gonna do bad shit, and they gonna get on your nerve, and you gonna want to discipline them. But I don't see throwing my kids across the room or putting them in the toilet or breaking their bone. I couldn't see that. I love them too much to hurt them, and I love them enough to discipline them. And yes, I did discipline my kids, and all of them turned out to be productive citizens of society. Ain't nothing wrong with none of them, except my middle one. She talked, God, she always test me. No. But I'm just saying, I can never see myself hurting my babies. And they still my babies to this day. All of them grown. But let them call me right now. I shut this show down and be out on my way to help whatever they need. But to sign your rights away, that's like me, I'm signing my rights. I ain't gonna never see my kid again. That's it. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. I love them babies. You got to be a heartless SOB. Heartless to do that. I don't care if CPS investigating you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing by your family. Do the right. If CPS wouldn't be investigating if you wouldn't be a trash ass parent. I'm just being honest with you. You got to be You got to be trash, man. You got to be the scum of the earth to throw your kids away like that. Especially a daughter. I won't throw none of them away, but a little girl, she already behind the 8 ball out here. Everybody gonna be trying to get at her. Especially all these PDFs and these predators. They gonna be out trying to get at your daughter. And evidently, Dad wasn't there. It's because she signed her rights over, and Dad wasn't there to take care of her. So I hope this young lady turned out fine. I don't know her story. I don't know her personally. This video was sent to me, but man, I couldn't imagine going through life not seeing, at 10 years old, not seeing my mom no more in life. And it's been 17 years. And nobody came to look for you. Nobody came to look for me. I was that bad. So I feel bad for this. Really do. I feel bad for this young lady, and I don't know where she's at. But these are the type of people, man, that you want to see win in life. You do. You just want them to win. So with that said, man, I'm Abel Yasharel, man. This video of this link to this video will be in the description box. like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. We greatly appreciate it, man. We're having some success, so we thank you. Thank you all. Couldn't do it without y'all. And until next time, shalom.